your head, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast, a production of TSC Entertainment. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas. Hey everyone, welcome to Texas on Tap. We got another round this week of some new songs we're going to look at and highlight and look at the charts. And of course, hello, producer Kyle. How's your day?
Hello, my day's been kind of relaxing so far. I've been looking forward to this. I'm glad we get to knock it out yet again, another week.
Oh, glad your day's been calm. Mine's been busy, and I had a check engine light on.
Uh-oh.
So I ran it by and they did the diagnostics. That's amazing how they can plug that in and it tells you what's wrong. It's like a oil pressure sensor or something. So
yeah, that's never fun.
It should be an easy fix. At least it's, I got home. I'm good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to start us off with your picks this week?
Yeah, I can start it off. This week was kind of slow, actually. No like really big releases. I'm sure there's tons of stuff we missed, and that's what we're here for. If there's anything awesome that's getting put out that we're not talking about, we'd love it if you guys would send it our way. But so I'm going to start off with my Texas song. You had a solid Texas song last week, and obviously we've had a bunch, but there's a song called Bigger Than Texas by Taylor Tumlinson that I wanted to talk about.
I love it.
Yeah, it was just like a really nice song. The chorus just hits all the big cities, and it's dynamically really well-rounded, and she's got a great voice. So see a lot of cool stuff coming from Taylor for sure.
Her voice is amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I was kind of like looking her up, and she looks pretty young too. So I'm sure that there's a lot ahead for Taylor. And the next one I wanted to talk about is a song called Getting Gone by the Huser Brother Band. And I've heard about these guys quite a bit, and I've seen them on shows supporting big names and doing their own tours and stuff. But this song really caught my attention because it has like a cool, almost like a Kenny Chesney, like early 2000s vibe. Like you got like the beachy boat type thing. For some reason, it gave me some nostalgia and took me back there. So I really enjoyed it. Their harmonies are really cool. And one of the things about this band that stands out to me a lot is their guitar tone. It's very like smooth, and it doesn't have a lot of that like spank that a lot of like the Telecaster tone has, and it's just kind of sets them apart. And I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this song, and I think I'm really going to keep my eye out for them.
Yeah, I mean, I know they've had a bunch of other stuff on the charts in the past. So
yes.
I'm sure it'll just keep going as well. And then the last one I wanted to talk about this week is an interesting one because I've been seeing this guy's name for quite a while on, he does really well on Twitter. It's kind of funny. I don't know if we've ever talked about that, but it's funny how some of these Texas country artists do better on some social media platforms than others. Like, I don't understand how that works. I guess probably because I don't understand social media that well altogether. But Austin Upchurch seems to do really well on Twitter, and I see him, people talking about him all the time. So he put out a song called Fallen Out, and it's pretty interesting. Like it's a straightforward, simple song. It took a little while to get to where I wanted it to, but the things that caught my attention was the drum and bass at the beginning. It starts out without guitar, and his voice is just the whole time. It's just like right in the front of the mix, very present. And I just like that they kept it raw. They didn't try to overproduce it like how a lot of people tend to do, which is totally cool and fitting in some cases. But I think they took the right, the right precautions or mixing measures on this one to fit Austin's voice.
Yeah, it's just a good jam song.
Yeah, it's like I said, it doesn't have like a whole lot of context. It's not like a deep story or anything.
Right.
But yeah, it just kind of rocks out, and then at the end he gets like cuts loose and really digs in.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, I got 3 picks here and some interesting stuff. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Hayes Carll, and he's just coming off a hit end of last year, Nunya, such a good song. And of course, a big hit for him was Beaumont. And one of my all-time funny favorites is She Left Me for Jesus, which I was at Lukenbach one year. You know how you just show up at the picnic tables and you never know who's going to be out there doing acoustic, and he was out there with Mark McKinney, and he just had the crowd rolling when he busted out with She Left Me for Jesus. But he has a new single out, and it's another kind of one of those typical Hayes Carll storytelling, his distinct voice and sound, but it's called You Get It All, like all. It's a great song. So check out Hayes Carll. That's his latest. And then Hunter Thomas, not too familiar with him, did a little background on him, but I really liked anything with drive-in songs. Like I'm there. Yep. So go for a drive. It's just, always a drive will fix things, and turn the music on. So it's just a nice, smooth song. Easy listening, fun, go for a drive, that always works. So check that one out. The lyrics are really good. And then Kyle Kilgore, he has a song out called Passenger Seat. And ironically enough, it was written by his younger brother, Keelan Kilgore. Keelan is in the farm system for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's a pitcher. And so so basically the whole storyline on this song, and of course his brother wrote the song, and it's both of them that are tasked with they're pursuing their dreams with music and baseball, so they're not home a lot. So they have that empty passenger seat. So that's kind of like the whole storyline of the song, and just a real nice sound. And Kyle Kilgore, Passenger Seat, it's making some moves, and it's gotten a lot of ads and good stuff there. So I want to check those out.
So is Kyle, I'm sorry if you said it, I missed it, but is Kyle playing baseball too, or no?
No.
Just Keelan?
His brother Keelan. Yes,
and he's writing the songs, and Kyle's bringing them to the people. That's
well,
awesome.
he wrote this one in particular. I don't know how many other songs he's written, but he got the songwriting credit. And I was doing my research and realized that, kind of looked at different things, and baseball, that's so cool. I just love how baseball wraps into our music so much, with so many of the artists that we've had on that play college baseball or high school and then pursuing their music dreams. So that's a cool thing. So you want to take a look at the charts?
Yeah, let's do it.
Texas Regional Radio Report. David Adam Burns is #1 with Signs.
Hey,
congratulations to him. That's awesome. Yeah. And then, and I said it right, David Adam. I hated that I did that. And I told Kyle, call me out on stuff like that, because being raised with the last name that I had, like my name always got pronounced wrong, and it still does. And it's really easy, but that's one of my pet peeves. So shame on me, but congratulations. That's such a great song. And of course we have him scheduled for the podcast, and I am so looking forward to visiting with him. Sundance Head and Ariel Hutchins are at #2 from #5 with that beautiful song Showing Off. Mickey and the Motor Cars Rodeo Girl is at #3, and Kin Fo, they are at #4.
Nice.
They moved up from 6 last week. And rounding out the top 5 on Texas Regional Radio Report this week is Darren Morris Band, Wrap You Up in Love.
Cool.
So looking at that chart, CD Extraction Texas, Aaron Watson is still at #1 with Boots. Mickey and the Motor Cars are at #2 on this chart. David Adam Burns is at #3. Kin Fo is at #4. I love saying Kin Fo. What the fo? And then rounding out the top 5 is Kyle Park.
Nice.
And I love this chart. TexasCountryMusicChart.com. Aaron Watson's at #1 with Boots. David Adam Burns is #2. Mickey and the Motor Cars 3. Darren Morris Band is at 4, and Kin Fo's at 5. T Brothers Band is at #6, by the way. And on this particular chart, Chad Cook Band this week with that awesome song Senorita Sky, they're sitting at #17, up from 22, and they had the greatest spin increase this week. As well as Tom Shepard. We had talked about One Boot a few weeks ago. It had the highest debut. It debuted at #80.
Sweet.
So a lot of fun stuff, and the charts are starting to move around. As you can tell, in that top 5 is starting to change, because some of those songs have peaked, they've hit their #1, they're moving on down, and others are moving on up. So it gets a little sporty when you get in that top 10 with those spin counts. They're just so close sometimes, like literally like tied, and it'll come to like who has the most stations or who's been the longest released on the chart. So yeah, it's kind of like it gets a little sporty for me. I like looking at those numbers and those stats on the chart. So there's where we stand this week, and a lot of good stuff bubbling under and coming up to talk about as well. Let's talk about Curtis Grimes and Noah Built a Boat. Also, he got the greatest spin increase on that. John Wolfe with Tequila Sundown, greatest spin increase. And the most added songs for this week was Josh Abbott Band, Hayes Carll, Bart Crow, Bad Attitude. Bart has a new one. And Carson Jeffrey was
Nice.
somewhere in the middle. He's falling under that most added, and Scotty Alexander with One More Reason. So lots of fun stuff, lots of good music. And I could tell you that I had sent so many of my friends, Senorita Sky and Tequila Sundown, and like all my girls, that's what they're listening to. We were out last night listening to Senorita Sky and Tequila Sundown like over and over and over.
Nice. Well, I mean, we can keep this one short, especially because we got a long one coming up for you guys next week. Next on Tuesday, we will be talking to Terry McBride, and we get into some nitty gritty with that guy. It was a whole lot of fun, and it's one of the longer ones too. So definitely, it's a good one. It's like one of those movies where you got to put your phone away and just pay attention the whole time.
Absolutely. I mean, I was so intrigued with him because I was a super duper fan of McBride and the Ride. And of course, we share some stories about Austin and back in the days and the music back in the days, but he's done so many things outside of just, hearing his voice and hearing him sing all the songs that he's written and the stories that he shares. And I mean,
he's worked with is insane.
I know. I was really pumped for that one. A little bit nervous, and boy, my palms were sweating, but
hey, you killed it. It was awesome. Terry seemed to have a good time as well. I just can't imagine hanging out with Chris Stapleton regularly. Like what? And then obviously that's like the newer. Well, that's what I was saying. It's like Stapleton's the newer generation, and he's hanging out with Dubber McClinton and Ronnie Dunn and all these Guy Clark. Like what? It's crazy.
I know, but I love the way he's getting in the crowd with our younger Texas artists, and he's got a lot to share, but he's like pulling from them too. They're all cooperating together, and it's just amazing. And I'm going to let way too much out on the podcast, but it's like we just got this whole 90s thing going on with our Texas music, and we've seen that with our prior guests. And then to have George Dukas in the loop now, and then Terry McBride, and having them all on the podcast, it's just I love where the direction things are going.
Me too. Yeah, and I guess since he said it, we're allowed to talk about it too. I don't know if it's breaking news, but he said that him and the Kinfo guys were working together, and they've got a song coming out. So that's definitely something to look forward to. I was also going to say, I don't know about you, but I cannot stop listening to this Curtis Grimes record. That's pretty much the only thing that I've been listening to. We're going to go see him. He's at District 249 in Tomball tonight. So we're going to go check that out.
Good deal. Tell him I said hello.
Yeah, definitely. Well, sweet. Anything else this week?
The only thing I do want to mention is, and I'm sure you probably saw big Texas music news, so many fans of Josh Ward saying prayers for him, and hopefully he'll get healed soon. But he had a horsing accident this past weekend.
I did see that.
So do want to mention that. And so he's rescheduled some shows, but it looks like from what I've been reading and hearing is that he'll be okay. He's on the mend. But boy, some of those horse accidents can really do some damage.
Yeah.
Prayers for Josh Ward.
Well, hey, I don't know if I've told you, but next week I'll be phoning in from South Padre. So let's hope that I have internet.
Oh, I was down there a couple of years ago and trying to do work, and my internet was fine.
Okay, sweet.
Should be good. We just have that little gap here in Matagorda sometimes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Go on down to Padre.
I guess it's more and more established every time I go down there, so should be good.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm going out there for like 5 days to just, I don't know, I need my, seems like weekly getaways, but I guess it's, I try to get away every month or so.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. Get some more sun.
Oh, yes. Make sure you put your sunscreen on before you go in the sun, and don't pee in the pool.
We learned that. Yep.
My Miss Helen summer tips. So, yeah, coming up Tuesday with Terry McBride. I called it Trip Down Memory Lane. And it's just, I think so many people will listen to that. And so hopefully everybody will enjoy that.
I mean, even the people who aren't familiar with McBride and the Ride, just listening to the stories, talking about touring with Delbert McClinton and opening for Stevie Ray Vaughan, like just, it's insane, everything that guy's done. And even in comparing it to what he's doing now, it's just wild,
I know.
Very cool.
Okay.
Alrighty, cool. Well, I'll leave you. Cheers.
All right, cheers, Kyle. See you.
Well, you can go to hell. Hell, I'll go to Texas. I've had my fill of every place but home. Well, take away these city lights, put me on a one-way flight. I'm leaving out of here tonight. Just consider me gone.
Texas Toast is proudly supported by TSC Entertainment, booking entertainment since 1975.